there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with match number 3 with the Frontier Goggles. This, of course, is a mulligan hand with no lands. And I will keep this 4-land hand. The more lands the merrier. This seems to be a very mana-hungry deck, so a 4-lander is not terrible to keep. We have Lightning Strike and Crackling Doom, which are perfect. I think that putting a Wild Slash on top is a little redundant. I have no clue I'm up against. I'd like to try to get to... We'll put it on top. It's another removal spell. I think the only thing we're in jeopardy of is getting run over with a hand like this. And so Cinderglade, of course, could be a number of decks, but Atarka is the most common, Atarka Red. And so Wild Slash on top is a great card here. I think that Smoldering Marsh still in play tapped is the right play. Another deck where Virulent Plague, I think, will come in very handy. I think it needs to go back up to a 2 of. I had 3 of at one point in my sideboard. Authority of the Consuls actually, yeah, Authority still seems good though, especially good in this particular match. And there's a Voltaic Brawler, so that's going to get slashed off. And I think I will just use it. How can you pump? Right now. I'm just going to use it right now. I don't want to have the Hexproof card happen next turn and take 6 damage and lose the ability to kill the Voltaic Brawler. So it could be energy. This could be just an energy deck trying to utilize Become Immense. So Crackling Doom is going to be insane in this particular match, especially if they're gritty and don't splash blue. So Abbott is kind of an awkward draw for my opponent because it is not card advantage. And so I do have some options here. I think that that's actually the better option. We'll go Grandmaster. This gives me value with my next draws. I don't have to block the Abbot of Carol Keep. We have Become Immense and Temur Battle Rage. Yeah, actually, it's a thing. That could happen here. Because we have 6 for 3, 4. No, he's just going to Lightning Strike off the Soulfire Grandmaster, sure. And attacking with the Abbot. So far, so good. I don't want to utilize the Crackling Doom quite yet. I'd rather Lightning Strike. Because it's so good with Goggles. Swift Spear. So we're taking 1. 2 cards left in our opponent's hand. We have the Crackling Doom. I think I'm going to go for the Pyromancer's Goggles. It depends on what my opponent plays here. Hordeling Outburst. I think we're fine. Yeah, because the Crackling Doom is actually pretty bad. So we're going to go Goggles. Did not want to see that land drop, of course. I could die next turn easily. It's a very scarily consistent deck. If he has like a Reckless Bushwhacker and 1 card here, I'm in a lot of trouble. If I just take 4, though, I'm assuming like a Targa's Command comes down. That card is so dirty. Yep, so I need something that gains life here. And if he has a Lightning Strike in hand, yeah, wow, perfect hand. Perfect hand. This hate will have to come in with the Authority of the Consuls, with the Virulent Plagues. They're worthwhile to put in. The Kalitas. This is getting very redundant. It's almost getting boring to this point that I'm running into so many of these aggro-based matchups. So this is usually a good deck for the aggro matchups. We'll bring in the Crackling Dooms are actually okay in this matchup because it can get rid of the Become Immense. Pyromancer's Goggles unfortunately has to be cut. Crater's Claw is in kind of that same category. And this, though, I think it's just sorcery speed removal, so Incendiary Flow actually isn't good here. And then Kolaghan's Command's great, Crackling Doom's great. It's going to be Nahiri's. I think Nahiri's are quite weak as far as they don't interact with really... I don't have to worry about destroying anything but a creature, and Chandra just does a better job, in my opinion. So we'll go ahead and submit this. I could actually take out Chandra's for the Incendiary Flows. So I need to hit one of my hate cards. Last matchup versus the Jeskai Syndicy, no Radiant Flames, no Virulent Plague was very, very tough. We did hit Authority Consuls, though, so yes, we like to play first. This is going to be a keepable hand because of the Virulent Plague. And I will start off with just a Mountain. I'd like to hit more one, because this allows me to kill off a Swift Spear first turn. And if he doesn't cast anything, it allows us to go Wooded Foothill. So that was huge. Monster Swift Spear, of course, is one of the best cards in our opponent's deck. And then this allows for the Lightning Strike if we absolutely have to. And then we have the Radiant Flames. So these are actually a little redundant. Radiant Flames is going to be nice with the Soulfire Grandmaster eventually when we find that white source. Unfortunately, the fetch lands right now, they're not perfect. Wooded Foothills cannot go grab a white source in my deck. I don't have like a green-white, for example, land just to help with the fixing. It seems like my opponent kept an extremely greedy hand. And why I bring Virulent Plagues in this matchup is there's usually between Rabble Masters, which are an option, and the multitude of Hordeling Outbursts and Dragon Fodders. Virulent Plague is really good. There goes his go wide strategy. Circle Flame is also an option in this type of meta. Does 1 damage to attacking creature, but they can get around it with like a target's commands. There's a Smuggler's Copter. Smuggler's Copter is actually one of the harder cards for me to deal with. We do have the Lightning Strike. So I need a white source as soon as possible. Bloodstained Mire won't get us there. I'll actually go get a regular... No, I'll go get a Smoldering Marsh, of course. Yeah, that's double. So if we lose this matchup, it just is unfortunate not to draw into a white source. Not a lot of looting, not a lot of ways for us to dig our way out of bad draws, which is one of the deck's inefficiencies compared to many of the consistent decks in the format. This is actually a card that's more difficult to deal with. It's going to hit me for 8 damage before I can... No. It's just going to hit with... Yeah, 8 damage. Before I can deal with it. Yeah, that's scary. And pretty good call against hands like Lightning Strike. So we'll crack this, go get the Smoldering Marsh, and I actually want to hit just a Inspiring Vantage or a Battlefield Forge to at least give me some game plan. Kalitas wouldn't be bad either. Well, there's a Crackling Doom. That's not going to do anything. I'd hate to get burned out here. But that's a very real possibility. Unfortunately, it's another white card and no white source. So we'll pass it, and here comes Lightning Strike number 1. Yeah, I'm assuming that's going to be the game plan of our opponent. Hoping it's just a bunch of Hordeling Outbursts and Dragon Fodders stuck in my opponent's hand. I have no clue why he cast that. Maybe he's thinking he could crew in response. Bloodstained Mire again, which puts me in very real danger of even cracking it. I still will. It thins out an unnecessary hit. My opponent does find the green source that The thing is, I'll kill the Smuggler's Copter. And then I'll have to Radiant Flames. So there's the Brawler, which does give 2 energy, which is probably relevant for any other Hellions after the fact. But the Copter is taken care of. Best case scenario is actually drawing into a white source. I hate doing this Bloodstained because it allows a Wild Slash and a Lightning Strike. But I have to do it. I have to thin out. Just go find another mountain. And... oh, dirty. Radiant Flames. But we are really at the mercy of a multitude of cards. Lightning Strike at target's command, which is most likely to come down. This is just awful. Awful, awful. We do have like many white sources, and there's the Wild Slash. So it ended up happening exactly what I was worried about with cracking the fetch land. See where a white source was. If anywhere near the top. There's Battlefield Forge. Finally coming up. So we'll play one more. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.